Hi lovelings, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as you would have seen in the title, we are going to unpack this whole drama between Kenya and Tanya. Now in the last episode, you would have seen that some major shit happened, and I see that everyone on social media is in their feelings about it, and I just want to come and give my 2 cents on it. So we saw that Cynthia had put together a little meeting for Kenya and Tanya to come and just, hash out their differences. But it certainly did not go down the way that she envisioned it in her mind. Okay, so Kenya came in and, the ladies was like, you look beautiful, whatever. Kenya said, yes, I like to look pretty when I'm about to read a bitch. I was like, Kenya, you did not. But child, she did that. So that was like the first sight of this was not going to go down well. This was the first indicator, and it didn't. So, Kenya and Tanya get to arguing, and Kenya is still upset that Tanya brought the wig that she asked her to bring back from Canada, and she showed the girls. And Kenya is saying that's the first move that Tanya made at her. Kenya is saying that Tanya came for her when she brought the wig back and showed it to the girls. And for me, Kenya wearing the wig is not such a big deal. It's really not a big deal at all. But I think the problem was more so that she showed it to Marlo, because, Marlo and Kenya do not get along like that. They don't get along whatsoever. And I think that was the biggest issue for Kenya. And I would have been mad if a bitch brought my wig and showed it to some girl that I don't mess with. I would have been mad about that. But, the part during the argument that really got me twisted was when Kenya called her the C word. Like, that was the only part of the entire exchange that I could not have gotten on board with. I'm like, Kenya, no. Why would you say that? It's really not that deep. Kenya has been in many situations where if she had called someone that C word, I would have been like, they pushed her to it. But I really think that Tanya could never push Kenya to that limit. And I think that maybe she was projecting some kind of anger that she had, for someone else or something, like she was angry on that day. And that is what we actually saw coming out, because it was not necessary. It was like no real reason for you to go out of your way to call her the C word. Like, there was no reason for Kenya to do that. And I was so bothered when she did that. I was like, Kenya, no. Like, it was not needed. You did not need to go there at all. It was not, okay? It was not the place or the time, or there was nothing happening to make you feel the need to react in that manner. But next thing we know, they're having their heated exchange, and in walked the cookie lady. I'm like, Kenya, don't play with Kenya, okay? Don't play with Kenya. Kenya doesn't play that. Like, she will come at you hard, full force. Don't mess with Kenya like that. And everyone was telling Tanya, but I guess she didn't know what was gonna come to her, honey. She did not know. Well, now she knows. And now that she knows, she better do better. Now, the cookie lady walks in, and she really is pretty, but to me, she's like a simple, pretty girl. Now, Kenya totally exaggerated when she was like, and the bitch is better than you. She was not. She's just a pretty girl, but she's regular. She's not bad, okay? She's just a pretty girl. She's not a bad bitch, okay? Just a pretty face. Like, pretty face. Her hair looks healthy and nice and so forth. Her skin looks clean and beautiful and all of that. But she's no bad bitch, okay? She ain't bad. She's just cute and pretty. Okay? So it was the cookie lady, and it's like, desserts on me. I'm like, okay. So she has a seat, and everyone is like, Eva was like, Oh no! Oh no! Everyone was in utter shock. Like, why is she here? Why is she here? Somebody tell me, why is she here? And Kenya said that she invited the cookie lady so that she can come to Tanya with the bullshit. Now, here's how I feel about this entire cookie lady situation. You know, I may be laughing and some of you may be feeling hurt because you guys felt like, you know, Kenya went too far with it. And I really didn't look at it in that way. Like Kenya was necessarily bringing the cookie lady around to hurt Tanya. I think, well, how I look at it is like, you and I are not getting along because this happened. And it was this person who approached me with the information. So I'm just going to let her tell you so that you know I'm not throwing no seasoning in there. I'm not sprinkling some extra salt or nothing. This is what happened. And you're allowed to feel however you want to feel about it. I'm just presenting the facts, honey. Okay? And so her bringing the cookie lady there to tell the story. Everyone in the group already heard what had happened. Two other members from the group actually one other was there. And it was a whole topic of conversation. So here she is, like, talk about it, dispel it, do what you want with it. It wasn't, I don't think it was necessary in an attempt to upset Tanya like that. Maybe, I mean, I can never tell what Kenya's intentions were, but I can say how it looks to me, okay? And, you know, Tanya did handle the woman being there well, and, you know, but she was being kind of naive about the situation and totally brushing over the fact that it was brought up that, girl, your man told this woman that he was single and he was in real estate. Hello? And then she's like, he didn't even take her number and whatever. The woman said she gave him her business card. Is her number not on her business card? Girl, what are you saying to us? What are you saying to us? It's like she's in total denial and it's kind of sad. Like, girl, like, you don't have to act on what the cookie lady's saying. Just get me clear. I don't expect Tanya to go home and be like, you did this or that or whatever. Like, but just just listen to it. You understand? And, you know, you can say, well, I don't feel like he was cheating, and he was not cheating. He probably had a little feeling, to do something, but he didn't, according to Tanya. But don't act like the woman was chasing him down. She may be chasing some clout now by trying to get on this thing, but by trying to get on the show. But hello, cause Bravo out, they're the ones who keep pushing this narrative of the cookie lady. They're the ones who filmed the scene and showed it back. And more than likely, they were the ones who asked Kenya to bring up the situation. So everyone who's mad at Kenya, be mad at Bravo. They are the messy S, okay? Because if they had not shown that clip, no one would have ever known who Kenya was talking about or what she was referring to, because it was not shown before and she did not call Tanya's name. Now let's talk about exactly why Kenya was mad. Now, this situation in Canada where Kenya was, you know, asking the women if they would want to know if their men were, if their men were cheating. Would they want to know if their man was cheating? And Tanya was like the first one to say, yes, I would want to know. Oh, my categorizing of cheating and your categorizing of cheating can be two entirely separate things. And so maybe to Kenya it was a little tea, and it was a little tea if it is true that he was saying that he was in real estate and took her card and said he was single. Like, that is something, okay? It's not cheating, but is having the thought or, you know, something, you know, to want to cheat. It shows that you have like a little itch that you're thinking about scratching, okay? And for me, Kenya did not sit at that table and tell the entire table that it was Tanya. And when Tanya actually found out about it, she should not have been that mad. What she should have did is come to Kenya and say, I heard that you were referring to me, and why is it you didn't feel it safe to come tell me about it or whatever. And since it was nothing to her, she should have been glad that Kenya didn't blurt out her business to everyone at the table. Like, I actually think that Kenya was being thoughtful. She wanted to, just spark a little something, but not throw Tanya out there. And she didn't call her name, and I don't think that was anything for Tanya to be upset about. Now, Tanya bringing that wig was really nothing for Kenya to be that upset about, but I feel like what it was to her was not only that, but Tanya actually told the women how Kenya was trying to force her to use her one egg, and she made it seem like Kenya was being somehow evil towards her and trying to force her to do things that she don't want to do and being mean to her. And for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you out there, if there was some woman who a person that you were being nice to, and you were trying to help them and be helpful and kind, and you were nice to them, and then they just come out of the blues and tell people that you were forcing them and you're being mean to them and they're going in on you, you would be like, I was trying to be nice to this and she did what? You would be enraged about it. And Kenya felt the need to get back at her, and I can't say that I won't be mad. I don't think that I won't call her the C word. I think that part was wrong. The cookie lady, little cute shade. It wasn't no deep, nasty story that could really hurt Tanya. She already said that she didn't care about it, and it was not among the group of girls. Now, this situation with Miss Cynthia is flip-flopping all over the place. She is blowing with the wind to the east and to the west and to the north and to the south. Now, Cynthia, you are not looking good. You don't seem to be anyone's friend, really and truly, because you were talking about Kenya threw you under the bus, but you were always throwing Kenya under the bus. Now, Kenya said at the table that Cynthia was expressing her disappointment with Kenya bringing the cookie lady around. However, Kenya made it clear that Cynthia wanted to bring the cookie lady around before. Now, Miss Cynthia hopped on her live and stated that Kenya threw her under the bus and she should not have acted like I was trying to bring the cookie lady around to her, Tanya. Bitch, if you bring the cookie lady around the entire group, the woman that claims that my man was trying to get at her, and you bring her around the entire group as an event so that she can speak to me about it, you are embarrassing me, because it's not 3 or 4 women. It's the entire group, and it's an entire room full of people. How do you know how I'm going to respond to it? How do you know, Miss Caring friend Cynthia? How do you know? You were trying to be shady too. You just didn't know how to go about it. Like, you were trying to get it. I feel like Cynthia knew what she was doing by inviting Kenya to go across to that cookie place. I feel like this is all Cynthia's plan. But she can't be the mean girl. She can't be the mean girl. So she just put Kenya into the situation so that she can get the information to get the whole thing started, and then pull herself out of it, playing Miss Nice Girl and throwing Kenya under the bus each and every time. And I'm over Cynthia with this nonsense, girl. Like, what? You wasn't trying to hurt her? So were you benefiting her by bringing the cookie lady around? Was it somehow going to change something? Like, girl, bye with the fakeness. Really? Cynthia, please. Listen, y'all can believe Miss Cynthia as much as you want to. Like, if that's your girl and you want to rock and ride for her, that's entirely up to you. But believe me, Cynthia's hands are not clean in this situation. She wanted to get the mess started. She just didn't know how to do it. And Kenya did it because Tanya tried her. Now, I am Team Twirl, but at the same time, I can be fair. Like, Kenya calling that woman a cunt was totally not warranted. There was no need for her to do that. That was flat out wrong. Like, she has been in... The people who she needed to be calling the C word are off the show. The two folks that she needed to call that are off the show. And maybe one of them is there, but they were acting more so. You know, they were extremely mean to her, and if she had said it, I'd say out of frustration. But Tanya, how much can Tanya affect you? Like, Tanya is... Girl, no. Kenya, no. Tanya cannot affect you to that extreme that you feel the need to call her or whatever. And your explanation of why you were so upset is not adding up. You were upset about other things, and Tanya added to it, you just wanted to cuss a bitch out, okay? But do I think Kenya was wrong for bringing a cookie lady? Yeah, ain't that deep, please. Wrong for calling her a cunt? Hell yes, girl, why? Cynthia is like... Girl, I've been side-eyeing you since the season started. You've been acting very shaky, very funny, very fake. And you need to get yourself together and stop trying to fake things true. You were doing the most, okay? You were doing the most, but you do it behind the scenes where people can't really see what you're doing. But I see you. I see you. And you know that this was some Bravo introduced drama. And you wanted to do it, but you just want to keep your cute persona. And so you put Kenya in a situation to do it. Tanya, you a lying bitch. And I'm going to say it because in the after show, you said that the point that you think that the argument really went left was when Kenya told you, I don't even care about your one egg. Now, you claim that this was not shown in the episode, but Bravo went back during that after show after you said that and showed a clip where she spoke about your one egg, and there was no I don't care about your one egg. Bitch, you are exaggerating things. You are trying to make things bigger than they are. You're lying, okay? You're lying. You're pulling an Epa. Lie. Kenya never said that. Kenya said, I think Kenya was saying that she was being nice to her, and she was like, when were you being nice to me? When were you being nice to me? And she said, when I was helping you in Canada, when I was talking to you about your one egg. It was never said with any malicious type of thing like, girl, you got one egg or nothing like that. Tanya, you are trying it. You are pressing hard for the sympathy, but it's not coming true for that because now you're lying and you're looking like a certain person and you don't need that image, girl. Now, all the fans out there love Tanya. I liked Tanya last year. I still don't hate her, but I'm not feeling her because I don't like people who lie and who do shit to start shit and be like, you did what to me? Like, when you try me, however I choose to try you, girl, all you can do is try to outdo it. Simple as that. And, you know, people are saying, you know, Kenya went into the after show and she said she tried to explain that she was very angry because Tanya bringing this wig and putting this wig story out there would really affect her brand because she has her own hair care business, which I love, and I'm trying to get some products, but I don't live in the US and they're always out of stock and I can't afford to order one at a time. Side note, back on track, and Tanya bringing up this wig situation will turn the narrative into, oh, she's always wearing a wig. It's never her real hair, whatever. Kenya, I'm not with you on that one. I'm not with you on that one. People may question it, but your hairline is doing exceptionally well. I can get the products. They're sold out online. They only have like the shampoo and conditioners are the shampoo and conditioners like the only thing that you can really get. But come on, Kenya, come on. That was not a reason. I feel like she was upset about something else, and in that happening, that sparked an even bigger wave. Do I think that Tanya bringing a wig needed a response? Maybe. If you want to be petty, I can be petty, yes. But, you know, she didn't have to take it that far. But bringing the cookie lady, I don't think it's that far. I really don't think so. All Tanya had to say was, girl, you ain't bothering me. Nobody give a shit about that. The people that think that Kenya be lying about wearing wigs, did you watch season 8? I believe it was season 8 when the liar got exposed, when Frank and Frack don't fart and fall apart. Okay? Kenya was wearing a wig and she told everyone I was wearing a wig. There was also another reunion where Kenya had her hair in a ponytail. I can't remember which it was. I'm thinking it was 9. I'm thinking it was 9 or 9 or... I'm thinking it was 9. And she had a ponytail, and she did tell Andy that yes, she has some pieces in her hair, and Kenya has worn wigs a million times. She has said on her Instagram page before the situation happens that she does wear wigs and pieces from time to time, and that each time you see her with color in her hair, it is not her hair, it is pieces, and she has told us that. So for you folks who are hollering, oh, she's denying, she never sat at the table and told Mara that she wasn't wearing a wig. She just didn't answer a bitch. Because of a bitch that you don't like asking anything about you, you'd be like, girl, bye. Like, whether it's true, whether it's a simple yes or no question, I don't need to answer you. You are a non-factor bitch. Okay? And I think that if it were me, I would have handled the situation different, because I don't want Mara to feel like she has the upper hand on me. I'm not going to take off my mic and walk away or whatever. I'd be like, Marla, you is a nosy bitch. If I'm wearing a wig, I'm wearing a better one than you have ever worn in your life, you dusty ass trick. Okay? And just keep it pushing. You don't have to go back and forth with anyone. You know, like, you don't let bitches feel like they got the upper hand on you. And that is what she did when she, you know, took off her mic and walked away. Like, who the hell is Marla to tell anyone anything about a wig? She been wearing bad wigs for how long? For the last century. Like, girl, if I'm wearing a wig, I'm wearing a good one. Something you would never know anything about. And leave it like that. But you know, it is what it is. People are going to be mad. You are going to try to drag Kenya. I'm not with you. I'm Team Twirl. I'm with the twirl. And I don't think it's that deep. You folks need to calm down. Okay, you need to stop calling people the C word. It's not warranted. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.